Hey guys, what's up? Uh, Blizzcon happened this week, and there was some big Diablo 3 news, which has me excited, even though I haven't played the game since like October. I just kind of was getting close to being burnt out, so I had to give it a break for a little bit. Plus, some games came out that I wanted to play, so I set it down. But there's some things here that look like they're gonna get me sucked back in, like Michael Corleone in The Godfather 3. I'm not going to list everything I might that has been announced. I'm going to just go through the stuff that really interests me. So here we go. Patch 2.12 will have a PTR. There's going to be new goblins, the Gem Hoarder. It's a silver goblin that drops gems upon death. The Odious Collector, it's a green goblin that drops crafting materials. And the Blood Thief, a red goblin that drops blood shards. Adventure mode changes. Rifts and greater rifts. Monster density will be increased for regular monsters and elites where it is currently low. Death penalty and greater rift. You will now be able to revive at your corpse, but will get stacking time penalties. I like that. It's not completely unfair, but you don't have to, if you miss a checkpoint, then you don't have to run all the way through the grift. Trials, pacing and monsters in them are being looked at, so they're still tweaking the trials. They haven't got that right quite yet. But I hope they don't change the way the trials work halfway through the season like they did for the first season. In current internal build, this is still for the trials, all monsters can be knocked around. Progression in trials should be more persistent in terms of damage taken. So we'll see. I think that's going to be something they always struggle with, but we'll see how that works. Layout changes. Tile sets which were formerly fixed will get more flexibility to their layouts. Examples: the Oasis, the Spider Caves, and Leoric's Jail. Others will follow later. See below. So we'll have to see what that says. Dead ends and loops should be much shorter, 5-second max. That was one of my complaints with the looping and going down certain dead ends and things like that. They didn't have a good flow to them all the time, which that was everybody's complaint. Pylons. Conduit is not getting removed for now. That's a bane for a lot of people. That's their biggest issue with Greater Rift leaderboards. Other pylons are instead buffed. Speed pylons ignore collision and last for a minute. Shield pylons reflect damage and explode on timeout. That's cool. Pylon density should be more uniform with 2 to 4 appearing per rift. Town hubs. Act 1 artisans are now much closer together. Thank fucking God. That was so annoying if you needed a gem removed from a piece of armor or something. You had to run all the way. That's a quality of life improvement. I like that. Items. Now this seems like a lot of people are butthurt over this. My theory is wait till it happens to see what it is. I mean, I don't know if people just like to bitch or what, but a lot of people are really pissed off about this for whatever reason. But they're coming out with ancient items. They're a new tier of legendary and set items intended for players who have already completed their class sets and are otherwise satisfied with their gear. Drop in Torment 1 and above. The higher the difficulty, the higher the chance. Currently at 5-10% on T6 or equivalent Greater Rift, up to 30% better in attributes. Currently seems to affect most stats, with crit chance, crit damage, and other percentage-based stats being the exceptions. Examples include, and this was in the press kit, the Wand of Woe, Vile Ward, Lutsocks, Firebird's Plume, Cindercoat, Samluko's Paws, Reaper's Wraps, and Maximus. Reaper's Wraps, fuck. That's where all my Arcane Dust goes, crafting Reaper's Wraps. New items. Ransler's Folly. Risk. Energy Twister periodically pulls in an enemy within 30 yards. An enemy can only be pulled in this way once every 5 seconds. Seems like they're really trying to get people to use Energy Twister with the wizards, but we'll see. New legendary items, or new reworked items. Wormwood rolls plus poison damage. Locust Swarm deals continuous damage, so they just made that a Witch Doctor exclusive item. New legendary gems. Esoteric alteration. Gain 30% non-physical damage reduction. Rank 25 bonus. While below 50% life, your non-physical resistances are increased by 75%. Molten Wildebeest's Gizzard. Regenerates 50,000 life per second, rank 25, after not taking damage for 4 seconds. Gain and absorb shield for 200% of your life per second. Numbers are subject to change. That's cool. There's no defensive legendary gems yet, so it'll be nice to kind of get those. The only thing is, legendary gems are pretty easy to get. Getting the one you want, that might be the thing, but off the bat. But once you get one gem, you won't get a double of that gem unless you move it off of that character that you're using in the glyphs. So that'll be leveling up is where the grind is. Season 2. Conquests. Only some conquests will make a return, for example, Reach Greater Rift 30 or Speed Racer. The Reach Level 70 conquest will be dropped. Thank fucking God. Not because I can or can't get it, then I don't have to listen to anybody bitch about it. New conquests. Get a 50 million gold stream outside of the vault. Wow. Kill list of bosses within 20 minutes of starting a game. Collect list of lore books. Adventure mode will be unlocked from the start again. This might change for later seasons though. Will feature leg and feet transmog reward. Season 3 will have chest and hands. A later patch. Adventure mode changes. Rifts, greater rifts. Layout changes. Tile sets which were formerly fixed will be more flexible. Examples: Stinging Winds, Tristram Fields, and Festering Woods. Cool. New zone, Ruins of Sescheron? Sescheron, barbarian capital city from Diablo 2, Lord of Darkness, opening cinematic. Now only ruins and buried barbarians. Located near Ariat Crater in Act 3. Will contain monsters, new monsters. Very trap heavy. That sounds cool. Oh, sweet. It's got like, kind of like some Pit in the Pendulum style traps. And spike traps. Oh, yeah. New monsters. Nausea beetles. Swarmers that shoot fire projectiles. Maggots. Swarmers which release an ice explosion on death. That sounds annoying. Glowing death. Sand wasp. Variation which erupts from glowing nests. Yeti monsters will make a comeback. Sweet. Yeti monsters. Right now in the concept art phase. Concept art looks pretty cool. New Rift Guardian, the Rat King, spawns rats from his back, summons rat tornadoes, and traps you in a circular area. General information and philosophy. Legendary gems usage is currently very uneven. 3 gems make up nearly 50% of all gems used, while others are hardly being touched. Adding more legendary gems and items could change this. I don't think they understand why those gems are being used, but whatever. You know, first and foremost, if you have a holy build, everybody's going to go for the smite gem. In lightning builds, obviously they're going to go for the, I can't remember the name of the gem that has like the conduit effect. And demon hunters are going to go Bane of the Trapped. But, whatever. Randomness shouldn't dictate success or failure, but instead prove a varied experience. This is the goal of Blizzard. This is the goal Blizzard is working towards. Yeah. Well, right now it does dictate success or failure. More items will be shown. This would be for Saturday. So Saturday, more items should be shown. Fishing for certain greater rift layouts where monsters is being looked into, and changes to level the generation should help minimize nullify its effects. Act 4 and 5 monsters are being looked at for this reason too. Act 4 and 5 monsters suck in greater rifts. Especially goddamn angels. Things that aren't being commented, announced on from the Q&A. Uber Diablo, changing item rarity colors. Why would they change item rarity colors? Cash shop or stash space for character slots. Other new zones, a second expansion, trading. Actually, they did comment on this. Not likely to make a full comeback as it can destroy the reward loop of the game, like the auction house did. Some types of trading might make it into the game at some point, though. The console version's gift system mentioned. Seasons for consoles. Offline capabilities don't really allow for those. Crafting system similar to Diablo 2's rune system, but they're looking for a similar system in spirit, allowing for more customization and using more rare materials. Yeah. That's the thing about Uber Diablo that they were talking about. Yeah, whatever. This stuff is where it gets interesting. Some new items. New armor sets from... There's a press kit, too. Barbarian gets an armor set that at 2 pieces, Ren deals 300% more damage. 4 pieces, Ren lasts 300% longer. At 6, targets affected by Ren take plus 300% whirlwind damage. Whirlwind Barb's making a comeback. Demon Hunter. And this set has my interest. 2-piece. Gain 2 discipline every time you use a hatred generator. 4-piece. Take 20% less damage if there are enemies within 40 yards. 6-piece. Every point of discipline you currently have increases the damage of your hatred generators and multi-shot by 10%. I like multi-shot. I don't use it right now on some of my builds because it's not efficient. But that is when I got to level 70 and I started really cementing a build until I got set pieces. I currently have 2 Demon Hunters at level 70. And I think the other one does use multi-shot. I'll have to double check. But multi-shot it's what I have fun with using. It kind of breaks that loaded for bear trap. You know, I mean, loaded for bear with Marauder 6-piece and the sentries is efficient, but it's not fun all the time. But anyways, the wizard gets a new set. 2-piece casting arcane orb, energy twister, magic missile, and shock pulse reduce cooldown of slow time by 1 second. 4-piece enemies affected by your slow time take 1,250% weapon damage every second. Holy shit. Enemies affected by your slow time take 500% more damage from your arcane orb, energy twister, magic missile, and shock pulse. That one could be quite powerful. We have to see how people, once it gets into the hands of players, then we'll see. But that one sounds like it could be replacing the... Well, it might not replace the Firebird set completely, but it does sound pretty good, and I can see maybe a Frozen Orb build coming out of that. Oh no. I'll have to see how that synergizes. New area. Oh, we already talked about the ruins of Sescheron. It looks pretty cool, I'll say that. We went through all that. Sun Wukong set's getting a change. 2-piece casting Cyclone Strike, Exploding Palm, Lashing Tail Kick, Tempest Rush, or Wave of Light. Causes a decoy to spawn that taunts nearby enemies and then explodes for 1,000% weapon damage. 4-piece enemies hit by the decoy explosion take 500% from your Cyclone Strike, Exploding Palm, Lashing Tail Kick, Tempest Rush, or Wave of Light abilities for 3 seconds. Might be some... I don't know. I'm not a huge monk player, but I know a lot of monks were using the Sun Wukong 4-piece to get through the Grifts. So we'll see how they react to that. New item, Crown of the Primus. Slow time gains the effect of every rune. That combined with that wizard set, that might be interesting. New items. Yeah, we already went through that. Ransler's Folly. I don't know. Some of it looks pretty interesting. Some of it, not. You know, I think I'm not real sure. I'm not as like pissed off about the ancient legendaries like some people seem to be. Jesus Christ, people are fucking pissing and moaning about that. But oh wait. Check the Diablo Twitter just now, and The Demon Hunter set is called the Unhallowed Essence. The Wizard set is Delsier's Magnum Opus. And the Barbarian set is going to be called Wrath of the Wastes. So, I don't know, like I said, some of these changes look good, some of them not so good. Some of them are some quality life improvements, but there's some big things coming, and at least they're still working on it and attempting to improve the game. So we'll see how this all works out. I'm not going to pass judgment on it until the features are implemented or the PTR is released and we get to try them out. So, but thought maybe some people would be interested in what's coming. But like always, guys, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.